Hi.
And we're back.
Last week was crazy busy.
Yeah, had a lot of good fun though. Spent it swimming in the lake / river with friends.
The kids were jumping off a boat.
Yeah. Then we had a cookout with some of my office mates.
And then Monday, I don't even remember what we were doing, but we were busy.
We were busy. It was a really good time though. It was a sense of normalcy.
Yeah, it was
what
nice.
We got, so.
But we're back, and this week we're going to talk about Disney World. It's been a bit since we talked about Disney World.
Yep.
I'm feeling Disney World-like because in just 4 short weeks, at this point in the day, not when you're watching this, but right now, I will most likely be on Magical Express to my resort.
Yep, and it is 1:36 Eastern, so...
Or maybe still waiting for my bag, who knows.
Mm-hmm. You'll be in Florida, though.
I will be in Florida. And I will have the camera, I will have the phones.
Yeah, plural, because...
My phone is on the fritz a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you have a 3.5-year-old phone. You know?
You use the other phone to record stuff.
But I'll be taking lots of pictures, lots of video, taking you along with me. Not really, you won't be there, I'm sorry. But maybe you'll feel like you're there without the mask.
It's true.
So we're going to talk about our favorite thing, perhaps.
Snacks. Everybody loves a good quick service or a good sit-down meal, but snacks are really what gets you through the day.
Yes.
Especially if you have the Disney dining plan.
Yes. I'm upset, but not like mad upset, like upset that I actually have to think about how much money I'm spending on this trip. Just because I love to be able to say, yes, I'd like to use a snack credit for that. Because as long as it's got that symbol next to it, I don't really care how much it is.
Yeah.
If I want to eat it, I want to eat it.
You get anything from a simple $1 snack all the way up to, I think it's about $5.
I think now you can get like the $6.99 cupcakes even for a snack
for a
credit.
snack credit. So it's well worth it, depending on, I mean, no matter what dining plan you have. So
that's something else we should do maybe. Once the dining plan comes back,
compare them,
dining plans. But we almost always use the dining plan. There's been a couple of trips where we have not.
We usually find that it's beneficial for us,
Yeah.
And like Miriya said, we don't have to think about what we're getting and how much it costs, stuff like that. It makes it easier for us.
But again, another post for another time. We're going to talk about snacks. We're going to use a blog post that I wrote 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago now. 2 years and like 10 days.
And it's not focused on any specific park or any kind of specific snack, so it's just kind of what we've had in the past and what we've enjoyed.
But there's also, we've had two trips since then where new things have been added and we've gotten to try them, so we'll add those in at the end of the list.
Yep.
So, ice cream cookie sandwich right off the bat.
Can't go wrong with a giant cookie. And this is, you can get them a few places throughout Disney World. In general. One that we frequent is the Sleepy Hollow.
They don't have them at Sleepy Hollow anymore. They moved them. They're normally at the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor, which right now is not open again, but it will be, and get you an ice cream sandwich.
Yeah. But it comes with, it starts off with 2 giant cookies, and they put ice cream in the center, and the one that we got from Sleepy Hollow was...
The cookies are still slightly warm.
Yeah. The one that we got was huge.
Yeah.
It was about the size of Christian's head.
Well, no, he was a baby at that point. But then, when Christian and I went back when he was 3, I put it up next to his head again, and it was still a very big ice cream sandwich. It's very easily shareable, which makes it worth...
You just gotta share it fast.
Yeah, it melts.
And it's Florida, so.
But you can get it at Magic Kingdom, you can get it at Animal Kingdom, and you can get it at Hollywood Studios. The next
is probably the quintessential snack while at Disney, the Dole Whip.
Yes.
Now, we know that there's a bit of a feud between which is better, a regular old Dole Whip, which is a pineapple soft serve, or a Dole Whip float. Now, what's your favorite one?
I like the float. Now, I know you like the whip
For the whip,
because
you get more ice cream.
I like the float because you get the juice, but I think on this upcoming trip, I'm just gonna get the float or the whip, but I'm gonna get a swirl vanilla.
That is tasty. I just like the pineapple, the fresh flavor that you get from the Dole Whip. And like Mary said, I do prefer the whip over the float.
And if I remembered correctly, it's dairy free.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I think if you get the whip, it's only like 100 calories or something.
Yeah, and they do a really good job. They fill the entire thing.
Not like I'm counting calories when I'm at Disney World. I'm stuffing my face. But, you know, if you are like, say maybe when we're annual pass holders, if we're like...
We're going a little bit more often.
Not as face stuffing mode.
Yeah, definitely.
You can get a Dole Whip at Magic Kingdom. You can get a Dole Whip at Animal Kingdom at Tame Tamer Refreshments. You can get a Dole Whip at Pop Century. I think you can still get it. I know we got it first time we stayed at Pop.
Yeah. And then you can
last time was a one-night thing.
You can also get it at the Polynesian. Right now, they aren't accepting guests to stay there, but their restaurants are open. I believe it's at Captain Cook's or near.
No, I think it's Pineapple and
Oh yeah, Pineapple and I. That's right.
It used to be at Captain Cook's, but I don't think Pineapple and I was a thing for ever.
Nope.
The next one, it's still good.
Yeah.
We've talked about this before. The original at Writer's Stop was better. But the carrot cake cookie at the Charlie Carr Cafe, Starbucks, it's still good. The cookies are like way thicker.
They are.
Though.
It's like it's
more cakey.
Yeah.
It's kind of whoopie pie-esque.
That's true. It is. It just doesn't have as much of the cream cheese filling that they used to have at Writer's Stop. I mean, that thing was busting at the seams.
Yeah, so it's still good. If you like carrot cake and you like a carrot cake cookie, go for it. Give it a try, see if you like it. But the original was definitely...
The original was the best. But, I mean, there's definitely people that prefer, enjoy Starbucks. So, I mean, you can kind of combo up.
Sorry.
Getting your Starbucks with your carrot cake cookie. So.
I know I brought this over and it was behind my computer.
Yeah. The next one is just delicious anytime. It's a cinnamon roll. One of my favorites is at Gaston's. It's definitely really good. They serve it to you warm, and Miriya just came up and found out this brand new thing that we didn't know about. Apparently, you can ask them for extra icing.
I guess. I think I read that on Disney Food Blog. I mean, I love icing.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things, besides the center of the cinnamon roll. But yeah, it's huge. It's delicious. You can get property, but I think that's my favorite. I think some of them come with nuts on top.
I don't know.
That's kind of weird, but I don't like nuts with my cinnamon roll. I prefer just a lot of cream cheese icing.
And Gaston's just reopened a week and a bit ago.
Yep.
So it's back open. You can get your cinnamon roll.
And you can get a LeFou's Brew.
Good.
It's not that great, but...
I just don't like apple juice, and it's frozen apple juice.
Yeah. I mean, I like apple juice, but it's not...
We got it. We drank it. We got the cute mug. That Christian still has.
Yep.
And he got that when he was 7 months old.
Yeah, because we had to...
he's 6 now.
Because we had to chain the thing to the
keep
stroller because he kept on throwing it.
But, okay, it wasn't like chain. It was the little baby links, but still.
Yeah. This next one is probably one of our top 5 favorites.
Yes.
And it's coming out of the Norway Pavilion at Epcot. That is school bread. Now, this is a Norwegian treat. It's a slightly sweet bread that is filled with cardamom, cream, and topped with toasted coconut. Now, this...
So good. It's
It's even the day after, it's good.
See, that's what I was gonna say. It's good when you first get it, but if you take it back to the resort and pop it in the fridge and eat it for breakfast the next morning,
oh, it's really good.
Oh my goodness.
It's good fresh, but it's better the day after, because typically if
the cream kind of soaks into the bread a little bit,
and we'll get it the day before, and we'll take it back to the resort.
We normally get it like right before we leave.
Yeah,
and then right before fireworks when they're happening.
Yep. And then we'll just eat that for breakfast instead of spending a snack credit, or this is usually if we aren't using the deluxe dining plan, but if we have like a quick service one.
School bread's so good.
Yeah, it's absolutely delicious.
I'm sad that Kringle is not going to be open on there, but I'm going to eat so much food at Epcot.
Kringle has a lot of good pastries.
They normally have super cute little like frozen cupcakes and lefse. Oh my goodness, it's so good. Like potato tortilla type thing with cinnamon and sugar and butter all rolled up.
That was also really good. Always so snacked around the world.
Yes, that was fun.
That was.
The next one is ice cream in France. Now, okay, you can get ice cream so many places in all the parks. There's little ice cream carts, and that's cool. But if I want a Mickey bar, I'll get it from Walmart.
Yeah.
I just saw them again today. They're still there, but I think Walmart's the only store that still has them.
Really?
At least here. H-E-B hasn't had them in months, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, so in the France pavilion, there is L'Artisan de Glace, which is artisans of ice cream. So I think they normally have like 16 different flavors. They have ice cream and they have sorbet, and it's so good.
It really is. We've eaten there, and then we'll talk about gelato from Italia here in a little bit. But
so good.
The flavor ranges are just amazing, and it tastes. It's nice. It's creamy. It's fresh.
Fleur de sel.
That's really good.
And they have one. I think the flavors change.
Yeah.
But they also have one that has little bits of profiterole in it. And if you're not familiar with what a profiterole, it's the pastry of a cream puff.
Yep.
So, yum.
Yeah. Speaking of pastries, if you continue on just a little bit further back in the back of the France Pavilion, you'll run into the pastry shop, and it's got a little bit of everything. You can get pastries, all kinds of French pastries there, but they also have sandwiches and stuff, mousse.
We've gotten a whole baguette.
We did. We got a whole baguette for a snack credit.
We even brought that home because I think Epcot was our last day, and we brought it home with us.
Yep. It was
good.
We had to fly with it, but it was fine.
Put it in our check bag.
But I mean, you can get all kinds of ridiculous pastries.
Frangipane.
Yeah, and you can get that for most of it's all for a snack credit.
Yeah, not the sandwiches and stuff. But obviously the pastries.
But the pastries and stuff, and they're really good. They really are.
I mean, there's people from France making the French pastries, so.
Yep.
You're not going to mess those up.
You'd hope.
I don't know. Americans mess up American stuff, I guess, right? But
yes.
I imagine if you're working in a bakery, you have some knowledge, or you can at least you have the skills to be taught.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is gelato. So you mentioned in the Italy pavilion, but that last time I checked, you cannot get for snack credit.
True.
It's tasty.
Yes.
Now
we got Christian that gelato. I think just to say we got something. We got the gelato from Italy. Again, snacking around the world.
Yes.
Some people like to drink around the world.
We like
to stay sober and snack around the world.
And it's cheaper.
It is.
So when Christian was a baby, his very first Disney World trip, we were there for 10 amazing park days. And I think we did 2.5 days at Epcot.
I think we did because we got park hoppers. We typically do, but
yeah, we did 2.5 days at Epcot, and we tried a snack in every country World Showcase. Not in one day because
that's
so much food. If you're going to eat a meal, you can't do that. But it was a lot of fun. Tried a lot of cool stuff. But there is gelato that you can get for snack credit when snack credits are, back again. It is at Disney Springs.
Yep. So again, so in this case, you don't have to actually have park admission. You can just go to the springs and.
It's right across from the boathouse. Vivoli il Gelato. I know I'm not Italian, and I took French in school. It's so good. You can get, I think, like 2 flavors for in a cup for a snack credit. They used to have a peanut butter one.
That was delicious. It was super peanutty, and it had chunks of peanut in it. It was absolutely delicious.
And they have a dark cherry one too.
I do like the dark cherry one.
So our big family trip, right? First big family trip. Cassie, Sam, Chuck, Tom, Mom. If you're watching this, you remember that trip. So, Cassie, Chuck, Sam, and I went to Disney Springs on our last day before we had to go to the airport. We got our gelato, and I brought half of it back.
For me, because Christian was having a toddler meltdown.
Well, he was in the very extreme of his terrible twos on that trip.
So we ended up staying back at the resort while you guys went. It was also hot that day.
It was hot, and the Disney Springs bus, we were waiting in line for like 40 minutes for it to show up.
So that was a contributing factor.
But the gelato was still good when it got back. It was just...
I just ended up drinking it instead of eating it.
But I imagine the peanut butter and the cherry together was kind of like a peanut butter sandwich.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich,
Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. We have so many
random
Disney
memories.
Trip memories. What happens when you take a lot of trips. The next one.
These next ones are kind of... They're good. Wouldn't necessarily go out of our way for them, but they're still good.
No, but if you have a long trip like the 10-day trips that we used to do, and you have now 3 of us with 2 snack credits a day, that's 6 snack credits. There's no way we're eating 6 snacks in a day.
True.
So you break it up. You eat. Hey, we can get this and take it back to the resort
These
to have
ones
for
are
breakfast.
these ones are also easily transportable. So for the drive or flight home, they're relatively simple. So the first one is cinnamon glazed nuts. You can find these again at all 4 of the parks, but they're I believe almonds or...
I think they have a variety.
You
can get almonds, and I think you can get a couple other kinds. And the smell is like... I can smell them right now.
It's intoxicating, and they're nice. They've got nice, good nutty roasted nut flavor, and that's all really good. The next one is flavored popcorn. Now, in our opinion, the best place to get it is outside of Future World. Or
in Future World. It's outside of Figment.
Outside of Figment at Epcot. They have at least 3 to 4 varieties. They had, where did it go? The sour cream and chives. They had blue cheese, buffalo, cheddar cheese, all kinds.
We got the sour cream and chive.
And that was really good.
It tasted like the crackers.
Yep.
It was so good.
It was definitely really good. And that's one of our favorites. I think now the kids would prefer the cheddar cheese. But
Christian liked the sour cream one though. Again, that was when he was... That was the trip that he was 2.5, and we just kind of dumped some on the stroller tray and let him go at it, and then he drank half of Chuck's drink.
Well, that was Chuck's fault for giving him the bottle. Don't give the child the bottle.
The next one is chocolate and caramel, together or separate. So, at the Germany Pavilion at Epcot, they have a caramel store that is sponsored by Werther's, so they're using Werther's caramel. But as you walk past, you can smell the caramel corn cooking. And I don't think we've ever actually gotten the caramel corn more than a sample. But it smells really good.
It does.
They have cookies with caramel. They have chocolate caramel squares, cupcakes. It's so good. And it's open right now.
Yep. I don't think that they're preparing it out in front of people like they used to.
I don't know.
But
I'll pop by.
That'd be good.
At least to look. Yeah, I'm already eating way too much at Epcot. It's Food and Wine Festival, and I've got at least 5 things that I'm planning to eat from the festival. Plus, I want to check out Regal Eagle. That opened since, well, we didn't go to Epcot on our last trip. because we just did
We
Hollywood
just did Hollywood
Studios.
Studios because we were focused on Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah. So, I'll stop by and we'll see what's up.
Cool.
You want to do the next one?
Sure. So one of the maybe less known places is Sunshine Seasons in the Land Pavilion.
Sorry, I'm getting on the Disney app to see something like that.
So one thing that we like to get as a snack credit when they have it. Yeah, when they have it and when we have the dining plan is pumpkin soup. And it's delicious. They have all kinds of different cuisines in Sunshine Seasons. American, they've got Asian, they've got...
Maybe not right now.
Yeah, maybe not right now, but
pasta.
Yeah, it's really good.
They also have a really good dessert case.
Yes, they absolutely do. But this pumpkin soup is delicious.
So
it's not pumpkin spice. It is a pumpkin soup. It's nice. It's creamy. It's thick, and they take some toasted pumpkin seeds and they put it in the soup as a garnish. And when you get a bite of the pumpkin seed along with the soup, it's delicious because it's got that like little salty.
Yeah, I was actually looking at Sunshine Seasons.
It's got that salty taste to it.
The soup is so good. I don't know if they still have it, but because it's been a bit since we got it.
No.
But we've also been the last two. I don't think we even went in there.
I don't think so. Not the last.
Well, not over there, because it's across from Soarin'.
Mm-hmm.
We went on Soarin', but that was it.
Yeah.
If they have the pumpkin soup, though,
get it.
Get it. It's so good. So good. Also at Sunshine Seasons and elsewhere around the parks, whoopie pies. So good. Like cake-like cookies with some tangy cream cheese frosting in the middle. Yummy. When Sweet Spells was still a thing at Hollywood Studios, they had some really, really good ones.
Yeah.
I miss Sweet Spells. Because Sweet Spells is where the carrot cake cookie went between Writer's Stop and Star Wars. But it is now a Pixar store.
Yes.
Which has a lot of cute stuff in it. But I miss Sweet Spells.
This next one, again, we said there was no particular park, and there isn't. But this one is
a lot of Epcot.
Yeah, there's a lot of Epcot because you've got so many options. But the crepes in the France Pavilion, you can get crepes a number of different ways. They have a chocolate sauce, they have butter and sugar, as well as strawberry preserves, or you can fully indulge.
Apparently you can mix and match, we found out.
Yeah, but you can indulge with a scoop of ice cream, of vanilla ice cream.
It costs more.
Yeah, but you can still do it. But the crepes are really, really good, and they're made fresh right there.
Watch them do it.
Yep, watch them make it.
I mean, I make crepes too, but I'm not a French person. I don't have the fancy crepe thing, and I just put them in the pan and hope they don't stick.
It's true. It's because we also don't want to use a pound of butter per crepe. But
that's true.
Slight exaggeration, but
yeah. Next we have churros.
Now churros are, yes, they are churros. However, if you get them again at Epcot, if you get them over in the Mexico Pavilion, they you can get
mini ones.
They have mini ones, but they also have Mexican chocolate, which has a little bit of cinnamon in the chocolate dipping sauce.
I think they have caramel as well.
But
there is nothing wrong with just walking up to a churro cart in Magic Kingdom and getting a churro, because when we like churros, but we normally didn't get them at the parks because why? Like I can make churros. I mean I can, but
you have.
I have. So when Christian and I went with my dad and sister, the last day that Christian and I were there after they had left, we went to Magic Kingdom for a few hours because we had another day of park tickets to use, and we were going to make the most of the last little bit, and so we got an ice cream cookie sandwich, we got a churro, and we got lunch. But I don't think till that point we had a churro at the parks.
Not at the parks, no.
And we got one, and I was happily surprised that the chocolate dipping sauce was kept in with the cheese sauce for the pretzels.
So it was warm.
It was warm chocolate on the warm churro, and oh my goodness,
it was really
so
good.
Man.
That's how that works, right? Next, we have an all-American sundae. Again, ice cream, but it's really good, especially if you get it from.
Well, this one is only at
the Plaza
ice cream parlor on Main Street.
Yep.
So it's ice cream, vanilla and chocolate ice cream with hot fudge and peanut butter drizzle, whipped cream, and a cherry.
The peanut butter drizzle is what drew me in.
Yeah, so we had that on Christian's first trip, and last time I checked, before the parks closed, they still had it. I mean, peanut butter and chocolate, and
can't go wrong.
I love peanut butter on the ice cream, or in the ice cream.
True, that's why I have to mix it.
He does it better than I do. Also at Magic Kingdom, another ice cream treat is a float. So, we've heard a lot about the citrus swirl at Sunshine Tree Terrace. My mouth doesn't like to work for that one. It's orange and vanilla, like swirled ice cream. So, on a trip, I did not want to wait in the line there. And at Anti-Gravity's, I'm pretty sure you can still do it, you can get a float. So I went with Orange Fanta, which pretty much had the same feel, and it was really good. I also got Christian a really giant ice cream cone.
Yeah, they have a really big one. And then moving on to ones that hadn't come out at this point, but we were looking.
At the time we wrote this 2 years ago.
Yeah. One of the ones that we've tried since is the Lunchbox Tart at Woody's Toy Box in Hollywood Studios. We got the hazelnut spread one.
And the raspberry.
And
they were both really good.
They were both really good. They were nice and flaky and buttery.
The raspberry one we kept for breakfast the next day, and it was still good. And we had got it at lunchtime the day before.
Yeah, that was really good.
The hazelnut one was the best in my opinion.
Yeah, because it's got that nice hazelnut flavor to it. But
they're both really good.
One that you thought was underrated, kind of like the churro, because it was just
oh my goodness,
was the Mickey pretzel. We'll talk about this in this next one in a minute, but I went to go get a Num Num cookie.
While Christian and I were on Tower of Terror.
Yep. And so I was like, well, I want a pretzel and it comes with cheese sauce.
We had never gotten it.
Never gotten it before.
It's a pretzel. Like, why would I get a pretzel? And you got it, and we ate it, and it was so.
It was delicious. It was absolutely delicious.
It was just a pretzel, like a regular soft pretzel, salty.
With Mickey's head.
Maybe it's because it's shaped like Mickey. I don't know, but it was really good, and the cheese was. Christian was like drinking the cheese sauce.
Yeah, Christian and Isabella were drinking the cheese sauce, but that's okay.
It was a really good pretzel. Now, on a longer trip where we have like snack credits laying around, I
would definitely get that.
Do it again.
Speaking of Num Num Cookie,
yes,
this is something you have to get over at, where is it? It's a
Neighborhood Bakery.
It's now you got to pay attention to operating hours because this one's open kind of weird.
Well, it's not open right now, so we don't even know.
But it's open weird hours. But it's a thick, I'd say about this thick of a chocolate chip cookie.
And it's warm.
It's warm. It's gooey. It's delicious. It's got a ton of chocolate in it.
Yeah. They went and got it. You and Bella.
Yep.
When Christian and I were on Tower of Terror.
Yep.
And by the time we got back, like we split off. You got the cookie before we were even on the ride.
Yeah.
By the time we got off the ride and walked from Tower of Terror to the stage area, because you were watching the Star Wars stage show. By the time we got back there, it was still warm.
Yep.
The pretzel was still warm and gooey. And man,
it was really good.
So good. The Num Num Cookie will not be available on my trip though, but that's probably a good thing because I'd eat it all and then I'd feel really bad about myself.
Sticking with Hollywood Studios, I mean, I guess you can count it as a snack, but the sampler that we got at
it's snack creditable.
No, but it's still a really good snack if you want to think of it that way.
So it was so good.
It's a sampler at
no, it was at Ronto Roasters.
It was at Ronto Roasters, and it came with plantain chips, rice crackers,
jerky, I think.
Jerky, and the rice crackers had a little bit of paprika on it.
It was so good.
It was really good. It was a big.
You walked over with it, and I was like, "What is that?"
Because I only intended to get a Ronto Roaster, but it was really good.
It was so good, and I'm so glad you got it because it was.
It was good.
A bunch of different flavors and textures.
It also got the kids to leave us alone for a while. Another one is the blue or the green milk. Now, we've had blue milk on our last trip, and that was absolutely delicious.
I will be getting the green milk this time.
Just to try it.
It's a different flavor profile. It's not just a different color.
Yeah.
So we'll see, you know, which one I like better, at least.
Yeah.
So I think the blue milk is berry and the green milk is citrus. So I'm on the Ronto Roasters menu right now, trying to see what it says is all in that snack sampler. Sorry, I was not prepared.
And then, cause I just kind of thought of it on
it's so good.
on the fly.
So plantains, veggie chips, pork rinds, rice crackers, and there was definitely some. I think it was like turkey jerky in there.
Yeah, there was turkey jerky down in there.
It was really good. It is $8, so I don't think when snack credits are a thing that it's a
I don't
snack
think
credit.
it is, no.
But it's really good. It's worth it.
Yeah.
So, like, especially if you're going to split a Ronto wrap between a couple of people, get the sampler to stretch yourself a little. Dude, so good. So good.
Let's see, what other random ones can we think of?
I'm excited. I have not tried it. I'm excited to try the Wookiee cookie on this next trip.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
So what I've read is that it is an oatmeal cookie with buttercream frosting in between, like a cookie sandwich thing. It's at Backlog Express, and it's a Wookiee. It's got Chewbacca's thing.
Ammo belt.
Yeah.
I think those are all the main ones that I can think of.
Ooh, you know what's good at Pop Century? The tie-dye cheesecake.
Tie-dye cheesecake is very good.
Ooh. Also, you cannot forget, when the resort is open, you can get beignets from
French Quarter.
Port Orleans French Quarter for snack credit.
Yeah, and you can also get the
we got the king cake.
Yeah, we got the king cake there.
Good.
That was also really good.
We were just stopping by. We weren't even staying at
we weren't.
Disney that time.
No,
that was our Disney Springs day.
It was the Disney Springs day. We'd just gotten into Orlando before our Disney Dream cruise. So we stopped at
I think our camera was
Disney
still working,
Springs.
so we had most of that.
Yeah, and then we ended up staying at the Drury because we didn't want to spend the night at Disney.
But it was great. It was nice. It wasn't too far. We got to the ship and
everything.
And
was
our camera stopped working.
Yeah.
Well, no. Okay, we got we had most of the stuff up until like almost dinner that night. But yeah. But you know that maybe you don't know that. Maybe you're new. Hi, welcome. We hope you're not sick of our rambling. The blue milk is that's not helpful. Plant-based blend of coconut and rice milk with alluring fruity characteristics.
You can also get the blue.
Okay, what flavor is that?
You can also get the blue and the green milk as a non-alcoholic option or an alcoholic option, which they will add. For the blue milk, they'll add Bacardi rum, and then the green milk, they'll add a Blanco tequila to it.
The green milk is the coconut and rice milk with zippy citrus and tropical characteristics.
What's zippy?
I don't know. I guess
is it like zippity doo dah?
I don't know. The blue milk was really good. Both kids really liked it. We really liked it.
Yeah, we almost didn't get enough of it. The children were trying to drink it all.
They really were.
Christian was chugging it. He doesn't like berries.
No, he doesn't. But the blue milk was really good. I think that's everything at Hollywood Studios.
And Epcot we could spend all day.
There's so much good food at Epcot, especially during festivals. I'm excited to be there for Food and Wine Festival. I was originally supposed to go during Flower and Garden Festival. We've talked about that a little bit. But, of course, the parks were closed. I could not go when I was supposed to. But now, in 4 weeks, I will be there. And it'll be awesome to get some Disney magic feel in life again. I lost my train of thought. Oh yes, but I will be there during Food and Wine, which I've done once before. When Christian and I went with my dad and sister, and we also we were supposed to. Well, no, we had the dining plan, and then we had to rebook the trip.
Oh yeah, because of the hurricane.
Yes, the hurricane closed the resort we were supposed to be staying at, and so we could no longer go when we were supposed to go. We pushed it a week, and we went, but there wasn't enough time to get all the money back to pay again for the dining plan. So by the time we went on the trip, all that money was on gift cards.
Yep.
So we ate really well. It was a great trip, but it was we've had some interesting Disney experiences.
Yep.
When snack credits are a thing, though, there are
Tons.
so many amazing things that you can use for snack credit. You know what I really miss? I miss when starring rolls was a thing, and you could get the Butterfinger cupcake.
Oh yeah.
That thing was huge and delicious, and we ate it for breakfast one day. Because when you're at Disney, calories don't count, and you can eat cupcakes for breakfast.
Truth. Same thing with the elephant cupcake.
Yeah, that was really good, and then that went to I think it moved to Starbucks, and they changed it a little bit,
but
and we haven't gotten it since. We really don't get too many snacks at
Animal Kingdom.
But on this trip coming up, I am gonna get the Scar cupcake. I will obviously share all about that. Animal Kingdom's my first park day, so we won't have to wait too long for that. It sounds super good.
Yeah.
Super duper good. Now I'm really hungry. And I just ate lunch too, so I shouldn't be hungry, but talking about Disney snacks, you know, there's not a whole lot of savory stuff on our snack list.
No.
That's okay.
I eat a lot of savory at the meals.
Yeah. I like sweet stuff, so I mean, most of the time if we want a snack though, it's like I want ice cream or Contempo Cafe peanut butter pie.
Oh yeah, the peanut butter pie tart.
Or something, whatever it's called.
It was a peanut butter pie tart.
Oh my goodness. That was
good
really
as well.
good too. Dude, I think they might just have the drinks somewhere. I don't know. It's mostly just Starbucks drinks, yeah. But the Starbucks do you have non-drink treats?
Yeah.
As well. So I think that's everything.
I think it is too. Sorry, I just see all the gray clouds that are
Oh yeah,
forming.
it looks like it's gonna pour, which is interesting because we just had 3 days of lots of rain. Good thing I cut the grass today. So I don't know what we're gonna talk about next week. We'll figure it out before then. Maybe the day of.
Or maybe you guys can give us a hand and comment with your ideas for what you'd like us to talk about. It can be Disney. It can be anything really. Anything
you can ramble about Kingdom Hearts for a while if you want.
That's true. You just got to let us know, and we'll be more than happy to ramble about it.
But until next week.
Bye.